of Honor presents The Seance.
Hello, I'm Ollie Mack. This is Alexander Hunt, who's one of my actors and a brilliant talent. He's not acting today though. He's going to be playing a game that I designed, and that is available on Kickstarter and will be available other places afterwards. Now we're here in the Crowley Tavern in Hastings. Alistair Crowley actually lived here and died here.
In 1947.
Thank you very much.
1875.
Okay. Well, this kind of knowledge is useful if you're playing this game, and most of the characters here were born from between sort of 1850 to sort of 1950. The last one died about 1950, and they're all characters that you should have heard of if you're a Cthulhu enthusiast, or like sort of 1920s sort of period. And even if you haven't, it's still a fun game to play. As long as you don't mind a few macabre questions here and there. Now, this game actually has three different ways of playing it. The first one is well, it's a simple, faster way of playing it. You take turns in playing the soul. Now, these are all soul cards. They all have different characters on them. I can just do that. You can see all different characters there. And I will just shuffle them up and select one. Now, at first it will be my turn, and you'll have a question. And if there's more people sat around the table, more players, they all ask a question until someone guesses correctly the name of that soul. That is their only job. Right. So the only way that I can communicate with them as the soul is through the spirit deck. And the design that we have on the back there is like a spirit board. So it moves around, as you see, I've arranged them so all you have to do is point it with a very pinpoint, accurate arrows here. Now, the one thing you can't ask them is what the name is, because that kind of defeats the process of investigations and just a deduction. So you would start asking a question.
Spirit, are you British?
See, it's pointed to a no.
Okay, so Spirit, are you famous for sciences? Okay. Spirit, were you in the arts? Spirit, are you female? Spirit, are you male? Sorry, I just wanted to
Yes, we don't have any gender fluid ones here, I'm afraid.
Spirit, were you an author? Okay. Spirit, were you born before 1900? Yes, okay. Spirit, are you usually pictured with a top hat? Spirit, were you receding your hair? Okay, full head of hair. Or completely bald. Spirit, were you bald? Okay, full head.
Yeah, you're very obsessed by the hair.
Yeah, I don't know why. Sorry.
I suppose if you can visualise them.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
That's a good way. Yeah, this is the thing. You can ask questions any way you like, apart from what your name is. And right, if Alex or someone gets the name right, they take the card. Now this happens to be the Red Baron, Manfred von Wittgenfoss, which I probably pronounced terribly badly. I do apologise for my...
Oh, that's just what I was about to guess too as well. Darn it.
But, that is where you can lead to. Now that's quite one of the harder ones. There are easier ones as well. Right, so that's one of the games, and the more advanced game is where you have 3 cards each. You'll take turns in working out what these ones are. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and these are different souls. Mm-hmm. So you have to work out as much information. Now, it's not just about what name they are, who they are. You have to know the occupation, the place of birth, place of death, age of death, cause of death. You don't have to get all of them, but each one has a point value. At the end of 30 minutes, you set a timer. It can be shorter or longer than that. and then you add it up at the end to see who's got the most amount. So I can say, I want to know about spirit number 2. So you look at your spirit number 2, okay, and again you can only answer through the card back there. So I'll say, where are you in the arts? Now we do have one here. If you're not sure for any reason, we do have an unclear one. So the veil of the living is a little bit misty, so you're not quite sure what the full answer is. That's for people who have no idea who that person is. But there is information on the back, so you should be able to get quite a bit of that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you could ask me a question.
Okay, so I want to know about
choose
spirit
any of
number
the
3.
Okay, that would be this one here.
And I want to know if spirit number 3 died after 1920. Yes.
Yes. Okay, then it'll be my question.
Okay.
Okay, so at this stage you're writing down all the information you can gather.
I see.
Right, in the 30 minutes you add it all up, and who's got the highest score wins the game.
So by questions like that you could deduct, like age of death, for example, what I just asked.
Indeed.
You know, you could work out.
Indeed. Excellent. Right, finally we have the actual real seance part of the seance game. Now this is less of a game, it's more of an experiment into spiritualism. Some people think it's a thing called the emotion effect, where you move it unconsciously. Some people believe it is the spirits guiding your hand. It is up to you what you want to believe. Now, there are ways of playing it or using it. You can just use it and see what's in your house or playing area and try and contact someone there. Or you can, if you wish, turn over a card and try and contact someone like Abraham Lincoln and see what information you can get from him. Or, one thing I like to do, start off with, actually take a blind card and see if we can contact the spirit and find out as much information out without looking, and then compare it afterwards.
Yes.
So if have you used a planchette before?
A few times.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good. Right, now just place your hand down, don't put any pressure on it, as little as you can. Okay, we need to ask a question. Spirit, are you there? Okay, that's good. Right, we'll place it back in the centre. Are you a male? Okay.
Bring it back to the
Yeah,
wall.
yeah, okay.
Spirit, are you an author?
It's a lady, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
okay. Spirit, are you are you a scientist? Find out what country they're from.
Yeah, Spirit, are you from Russia?
Okay.
Spirit, are you from the United Kingdom?
Hopefully, I think I know who this is.
Really? Do you want to say yeah, or do you want to keep?
Well, this is not really part of the game. There's no winning or losing on this one. It's more, does this actually work?
Yeah. See.
So-
So what information have we collected thus far?
Okay, Spirit, were you killed? Right, now, sometimes you are going to contact people who aren't anything to do with this card. But let's see. Oh, God. Okay, Annie Chapman. She is one of the victims of Jack the Ripper.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Oh, okay. There we are, and those are the 3 games. Well, I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you get it with. It's available, as you can see, from either Kickstarter, or if the campaign's ended, you can buy it through www.grimgames.co.uk.
Cthulhu Parlor presents The Seance. Since the modern revival of spiritualism by the Fox sisters in 1848, communicating with the dead has been the evening entertainment of many a home parlor across the civilized world. Now we are pleased to bring you a new and fascinating way of bringing those who have passed the veil of the living back to you. This 56-card deck of influential people has been created to enable you to discover their secrets with the aid of a unique seance card back. It's both a communication letter, word device, and planchette. This highly detailed and pinpoint accurate design has been created by masters of magical research for your entertainment and paranormal investigating pleasure. Best played by candlelight, there are 3 modes of play. The seance game players take turns to act as the person from the chosen card and can only communicate through the seance card back. The first one to detect the name of the spirit gains the card. The first player to gather 3 correct names wins. The advanced seance game, using the pads, each player must lay out 3 cards. The other players take turns to find out as much information as they can with a time limit. True seance. This is not so much a game, but a real experiment into the contacting the dead and truly communicating with the spirits of the seance deck. This game has been designed for entertainment purposes only. You must be of stable mind and over the age of 18 to play. Unforeseen supernatural consequences are not the responsibility of the designer or publisher.